Let's talk about religion and the African society. Who take and do us, Dr. Precious? Who they do us is my question. You don't say that they do us, have you?
I'm telling you. That's why you have more than 10 churches in every tiny street. And, it's appalling. But let me start by saying this. I need
Did you
people
just
to
say
understand.
10 churches in every tiny street? I mean, in a 1 kilometer radius, you see like 20. I went to a street one day, my uncle's street, just in Lagos, Alapere. There was an African church, there was a MFM, there was a Deeper Life, there was this one. I could count churches though. There was Redeem on one side, there was something Bible clinic on.
When
The interesting
our
part,
church
my uncle does not attend all of the churches.
Let me shock you. When we bought a property in Festac, Winners Chapel Festac, I was privileged to be there when we bought the property. They had 6 churches in that compound. So we had to vacate all of them because Winners bought the entire property. But the facility had 6 churches
Inside of the place.
inside that one place. Now, let me give a disclaimer here right and now. I need everyone to understand that we are both born again.
Okay.
We are
Before
talking.
Before they say that
We are spirit filled.
let them just not say that we are not children of
Yes,
God. We are not atheists too.
We are born again. I've been born again since 1996. You do the mathematics. So we understand what we're talking about. I've sat under the best men of God you can think of.
And listen to them and take
And
in
I've
their
also been privileged
messages.
to sit under the worst. When it comes to the topic of religion and the African society, we're talking about from Christianity to Islam to traditional religion, all encompassing.
To
Okay.
atheism, to some people even say they are
We
Jews.
may not have most
Some
of
say
that
they are
here.
Hindus. Some like Africans used to import religion,
But
apart from the ones they grew up with.
True. But let me draw the line, Tomisin. A number of religious personnel do not care about shepherding, grounding, discipling, and releasing the sheep or the flocks.
Yeah.
They are just focused on manipulation, control, and selfish gains.
Can you start again?
This is interesting. A number of religious personnel do not
Religious
care.
personnel.
Yes, and I need us to understand that there's
That's
a
what I'm
difference
saying.
between religiosity and spirituality.
Religious personnel,
Yes.
meaning your spiritual leader, your religious leader in your sect. Okay.
A number of religious personnel do not care about shepherding.
Shepherd, no. When the sheep is lost, they go after that one. That's what the Bible says about the sheep. They don't do that one.
Do not care about grounding,
Grounding, okay.
like cultivating them.
No. They teach you small things. Somebody
They
said
don't
to
give
me
them the
that.
whole truth.
Somebody said to me that he was leaving his church and he was going to Pastor Sam Adeyemi's church. And when his pastor asked him, "What church are you going to now?" And he said, "I release you. Go." They will shepherd you and they will cultivate your spirit
Very true.
and your physical man. I am comfortable with where you're going because they do that. That's it.
Discipling.
Disciple care. No. You want bad person to disciple you?
Now, there's something I used to say to me, saying, you cannot follow a bad leader and end up in a right destination.
It's not possible.
Impossible.
Do you know a lot of people are not discipled again?
True.
Let's talk about Christianity. A lot of Christians don't have a disciple. You know, they're not being discipled by anybody, any leader, any pastor.
True. Very true.
Everybody is their pastor now. Do you get it? So it's
As
like,
long as the person is reigning. Oh, Jerry Eze is my pastor.
you know,
Oh, David Ibiyome is my pastor. Oh, Bishop Oyedepo is my
you get
pastor.
it. Everybody's their pastor.
Every man of God that has results.
is exactly.
That's what I call spiritual
has-
prostitution.
It's not spiritual prostitution. It is just who does not want to associate.
Maybe you call it religious prostitution.
No. I think it is just wanting to associate with success. That's it. That's
Okay.
simple.
And releasing
Releasing is a powerful
is the
one.
biggest problem. They want to clinch, and that's where religiosity comes in. They want to control, they want to manipulate, and they want
You
to
have no
self-
business being in that church any longer. You live 20 kilometers away. You travel to that church.
True.
Not because you're a leader, but because you remember. Sometimes your pastor in his magnanimity could say, "Hello, that distance is too much for you.
True.
Go to the nearest." That's why pastors are even making it available now to stream.
Yes.
I mean, I watch Ahmadiyya Society in London do programs on our station here from time to time. They're in London, they're doing the program, and people come to the MITV compound. Some come to the studio, some stay in the compound, and they watch. They don't need to travel to London. They do the program. It's just like the redemption camp. They do the program and people watch. It's time. It's about time that technology is even employed to stop people from going from place to place. I'm not saying, because I wonder if you're in Russia, for example, you go to school in Russia, and your school is not near to any church. What will you do? Wouldn't you go to church?
True.
You create one in your bedroom. It now comes to how well you have been discipled, how well you have been taught,
True.
how well you have grown.
So you can put it to work.
So you can put it to work. If you go to a country where you cannot readily go to a mosque, there is no mosque around you, wouldn't you pray?
You will.
You will. And you wouldn't be looking, you won't go to the main road and then lay mat on it. When you know you could be arrested.
True.
What will you do? You go to the corner of your bedroom and you will pray. It all has to do with discipling.
Yes. And then releasing.
Really? Oh
They will
man.
never.
No, they don't release. That one is a very difficult
You
one.
leave the church to another church, you are an enemy of the church.
Everybody will become the enemy
I'm telling
together at the same time.
And it's a big issue. Now let me say this here, Tomisi. You know, over the years I have discovered that the church is metamorphosing into what I call religious politics. So you see churches having people in helms of leadership, and then you see them lobbying to get positions. So
Did
they
you
come to the
hear what
priests.
happened when Rayan Bonke came to Nigeria and they say some pastors were fighting on offering?
True, I heard about it.
Is that not religious stupidity?
That is it. That's what it is. That's what it is.
They're going to come for you.
No,
Not me.
we're-
It's religion and the African society. That's
This
what
is-
we're still talking
Tommy,
about. Hard conversations on the bumper breakfast.
Very good. Now, Tomisi, this is very important. Religion is the tool for mind control. And this mind control game is a control from the elites to the ordinary. So they want to help put the ordinary in check. And the best way to do that is by using the minds of the ordinary and giving power to the elite. If you watch, if you go through the Bible from the book of Matthew chapter 23, the whole chapter, Jesus kept speaking anti-religion, and you will see and understand that he stood against religiosity and spiritual politics, and that's why he was crucified. You remember? The church crucified him.
It needed to be crucified so that you and I would have a new lease of life. But the point is, it was the church
Yes,
that crucified.
it was the church.
Very important. Religion and the African society. We will still talk about this. Part 2 comes up next week on Hard Conversations
So
on the
true.
Bumper Breakfast. Well, you know what? When you see those videos, deliver yourself. Stop watching. That's the best thing. Stop watching. You can follow Dr. Precious at
On Instagram, Dr. Precious was Dr. Precious was.
And you know the interesting part, tomorrow is my birthday, so you get to send me a happy birthday message on Instagram. If you go to my Instagram handle, the Golden Tomisi on Instagram, Tomisi Adebukola on Facebook, just drop a message there. And if you want my account number, of course, you can send a message to the number on the screen, 08064738133. My name is Tomisi. I'll see you tomorrow or Monday morning.
Consider subscribing to my channel. It's free and it's fun. You can join the squad and you won't miss out on any of my future uploads.